Catching up. The tasty treat. Ever since a certain pair of Ponyville males arrived in this place and intervened with its reputation, this little restaurant tucked away from the hustle and bustle of the rest of the restaurant district of Canterlot had seen an explosion of popularity. Ponies from all over town came here to enjoy the spicy meals they had to offer, and always managed to walk away satisfied. Such seemed to be the case today, as every male and stallion with its wards had a look of pure delight as they chewed down on their various meals. But among all these evening visitors, there was 3 in particular who, while sitting together in a corner booth, were laughing merrily with one another. Princess Twilight Sparkle, who understandably earned more than a few bucks from other patrons, her loyal assistant Spike, and finally her old friend Moondancer. Though this was a rarely seen trio, it was clear that they were enjoying themselves. And as Moondancer adjusted her glasses, she gave her royal friend a sly look. "So you drive yourself to the point of near insanity over a book?" Spike chuckled. "Oh, you wouldn't believe the things Twilight has made herself crazed for over the years." The two shared another laugh, and while Twilight blushed. "Yes, let's get it all out in the open now. I'm just glad we're able to get the matter sorted out." Moondancer, having calmed down from her laugh, smiled genuinely to her. "So, how was she? I haven't seen her in such a long time." Twilight smiled right back. "Oh, she's doing wonderfully. I thought she'll be bored out of her mind without the library, but honestly, she's happier than I've ever seen her." Spike nodded, looking from Twilight to Moondancer. "Yeah, you should have seen how much she enjoyed being there. The music, the activities. I hope I get to do all that kind of stuff when I'm her age." "I'll drink to that," Moondancer responded. The two clicked their glasses of water together, prompting a giggle on Twilight's part. "Well, if nothing else, at least we've all learned something from this. Never let your goal of perfection cause you undue stress." Spike arched an eyebrow to her. "I think that was a lesson for you more than anyone else." Again, another blush came to the young Alicorn. "Hey, just because I'm a princess and teacher of friendship doesn't mean I can't still learn lessons here and there." Moments afterwards, her eyes drifted to her old classmate. "And speaking of learning lessons, I want to apologize to you, Moondancer." Moondancer looked back to her with an understandable confusion. "Apologize? For what?" Twilight sighed, her ears dropping slightly. "After all that happened during our last big get-together, you have thought I have got it into my head how important it was to keep in touch with you and the others. Yet it's been, what, years since you and I have spent any meaningful time together." Seeing where she was going with this, Moondancer waved her off. "Oh, you don't need to worry about that. Trust me, I'm not going to turn into a recused again just because it's hard for you to spare a few hours every once in a while." Twilight looked to her with uncertainty. You're sure?" Moondancer nodded. "I am. Besides, with everything that happens with you since we last met, time travel, getting captured by changelings, facing ancient shadow demons, starting your own school, and all the rest of it, I don't think anybody can really blame you for being busy." Twilight giggled again. "Well, yeah, I guess things have been pretty hectic." Melancholy returned to her soon after, but it was me getting wrapped up in bigger things that lead to this late book problem to begin with. Guess some things never change with me. Spike patted her on the side, giving her an encouraging look. "Hey, it all worked out in the end, right? Dusty's life has never been better, and it's all because you got wrapped up in bigger things all those years ago. So hey, win-win, eh?" Twilight smiled to him, returning the pat on his head. "Oh, Spike, what would I do without you?" Spike tapped his chin with his claw. Probably tell your main out because I wasn't there to hail you back when you reached the brink of madness over your obsessive ways." All three laughed together after that, and Moondancer signed tentatively afterwards. "Yeah, I missed being able to do this with you guys." Twilight looked to her, reaching out and gently placing her hoof upon her shoulder. I know, we really should do this more often. Then, for some reason, Moondancer's smile began to fade. Much to Twilight's confusion, the respectable unicorn looked away. Her expression became one of discomfort. Well, let's be honest, this isn't the first time we've met up again recently. At first, Twilight had no idea what her childhood friend was talking about, but at the same time, went on and she saw the way Moondancer was looking away. Realization came to her. As before, Twilight's ears dropped, and she too began to look uncomfortable with a dose of shame mixed in for good measure. Oh, I'm sorry. This time, it was Moondancer's turn to look confused. You're sorry? Why do you have to be sorry about? You're not the one who mind-controlled me and the others. Twilight shook her head. It was my mistake that let it happen. If I hadn't been so sure that Sunborn was gone, he wouldn't have been able to trick me like he did. You, Canterlot, and the other ponies here in Canterlot, you have been spared his control. Twilight winced, glancing to each of the ponies in this restaurant. None of them could hear her as she spoke. Have made here suffer because of my carelessness? Moondancer and Spike looked to one another, showing the same statement as one another, and Twilight herself hung her head, looking to her plate of food for a long time, but after a while, Spike nudged her, gaining her attention. Hey now, you're too hard on yourself. He's right, Twilight, you shouldn't blame yourself for every problem that comes your way, Moondancer added. Twilight frowned. I know that, but it really does feel like no matter where I turn, there's some problem that I had a hoof in. Sombra, you, Dusty, the list goes on. And all because of neglect or forgetfulness, or because I keep getting caught up in other things. A long sign escaped her. Irresponsibility, that's what it is. Irresponsibility, plain and simple. And how may pay the price for it? Moondancer, looking to her with all seriousness, gave her a poke on the side of her face, causing Twilight to look at her. Yes, you made mistakes, and you're right to feel bad about it, but the fact that you feel this way proves how good a person you are, Twilight. How many out there would have their carelessness lead to others being hurt and wouldn't worry about it? Then her smile returned. But the thing is, you don't just leave it at that. You take action, you do what you can do to make up for your mistakes like you did with me. You're not perfect, sure, but it's the fact that you try to be better that really matters in this. Twilight looked to her, knowing she meant every word of that. And as she glanced down to Spike, it was clear that he felt exactly the same way. The Lung Princess was deeply touched by the way her friends had tried to cheer her up, as evidenced by the way she now wiped away a semi-formed tear from her eye. Thanks, guys. I guess this kind of stuff just gets to me sometimes. Moondancer chuckled, patting her on the shoulder. Hey, if life was perfect, it would be pretty boring. They all shared another laugh, and as they did so, Saffron Massillon trotted along, bringing along a new course for them to eat. The three nodded respectfully to her, and as the chef walked off, Spike began to enthusiastically chow down on his food. Oh, this is even better, he remarked it. Twilight smiled to him. You know, I really should learn to cook this stuff myself back home. Moondancer nodded. I know, right? I've been trying some cooking myself. Well, that and a few other things. Those words piqued Twilight's curiosity. Oh? Moondancer blushed a bit. Yeah, I've been getting into some gardening lately, because let's face it, my front yard needed it. Twilight's smile grew. Me and Spike still have some time if you like an extra bit of help. Though surprised, Moondancer nevertheless smiled back to that offer. I'd be delighted, Twilight.